Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
I was talking about what is Artifactory. So we said, like, we talked about it. What is repository? Artifactory is a repository management tool. So it manages your repository. But what kind of repository? So that part will come back in a little bit. But before that, it manages your package. Okay. So basically, any kind of packages we have, it can manage. So here we have another questions like what kind of repo, okay, is equal to what kind of package is being stored here. Okay, so for that, the best way we will ask Artifactory itself, Artifactory package support. Okay, so now if you see that here, yeah, so if you see that, it you can store the Alpine package, you can store the Board package, you can store the Cargo package, you can store the Chef package, you can store the Cocoa Pods, Conan, Conda, Cran, Debian package, Docker images, Git LFS large file system, not repository. The source code is a LFS, different one, and Go registry, Gradle package, Helm package, Maven package, NPM package, NuGet package, OPKG, and P2, PHP Composer package, Puppet package, Python package, RPM package, Ruby, SBT, Vagrant. So yes, so these are the package which is being stored, which can store here in the repo. Okay, so this is all about Artifactory. Now, who's the company who developed this one? So this company, the one who developed the Artifactory, this is from the JFrog. JFrog is a company. If you see that here, jfrog.org, they have a multiple product, out of which one of these are one of the most popular one is Artifactory. So now this tool is written in Java. So now the moment we say it's a Java, then you know that it is a platform independent. That means this tool you can install in Linux as well as Java. Okay, so any platform you can install it. Now they have a multiple releases actually. For this, here we have a one is like OSS release and another one is professional release. Okay, now again professionals, we have a trial version available, but what is the difference between OSS release and professional release? So let me ask that guy only, OSS versus Pro. Okay, so now if you see here, this URL will have a complete comparison. uh, I'm just trying to click, huh? So this URL, you'll have a comparison between OSS and professional, but at a high level, this is a free, and basically it's a paid one. But free, the version which we have is having very minimal support, minimal package support. So if you look at this here, uh, see here, this is a OSS, the one which I'm talking about, the Cursor CE, we call it a community edition OSS. Now you see that few supports are there, primarily here, checkboxes and all. And in the Pro, you see most of it. Pro X also, we have another product which is called JFrog X-Ray, which I'm not teaching you right now. And here we have some more products actually of JFrog. So this is a part of not a scope for this training. So we are only having JFrog Artifactory. So these are the Artifactory, two versions we have, OSS and professional. Now this is the things. Now next thing is, guys, okay, fine, this is all about the artifact here. Now next question is, why do we need it? Why do we need it? um, that's a question we should understand, that why do we need this tool to keep it. So let's say if you do not have this tool, then you would store package in FTP or share drive. Okay, this is what you've been doing so far, right? You build the packages and you store in the share drive. Now we used to do all this stuff in a shared drive when we were having maybe max one or two builds in a day. That was okay. Per day you were having this many of builds per day, packages generating maximum two packages in a day, then shared drive is okay. But if you look at this in the world of DevOps, this is the waterfall model I'm talking about, waterfall model. And if you look at in the DevOps here, we have 30 plus packages every day we are generating. So that is a one problem. Now, if you see that in waterfall model, we had only one package. Okay, but here we have a 30 microservices. That means 30 package is to at least 10 times you build. So you see that 300 packages altogether you store it. I mean, the more you have a microservices, the more packages you store it. So look at this here, hardly we have one package, everything assembled together. Now 300 packages. Now different modules you have. So here the challenges here is like you have to do the package versioning also, right? I'm not talking about the source code versioning, package versioning, like which one is which version of it, automated versioning. So that is one of the problem area which
Hey viewers, our Master in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
we have. How can you do automated package versioning? On top of that, guys, here one of the major problem nowadays we are having in the DevOps, like we are using too many third-party libraries. So the question is, where do we manage these third-party libraries, and which place? And these third-party libraries also we have a versioning. That means some team are using, let's say, Maven 3, some teams are using Maven 3.3, like that. JUnit, this package, that package. So different third-party libraries your team itself are using. So how do you store that? How do you maintain those versionings and third-party libraries storage and all stuff like that? So yes, these are the primary issues you will have when you migrate to waterfall model to DevOps model. Package management is a very huge concern actually. Apart from that, one of the thing is like integration with DevOps tool. Okay, so here you have seen this here. These are the, let's say, today I'll cover two things, Maven and Docker. So you see that the Maven Artifactory understand the Maven. Artifactory understand your Docker stuff. Where is the Docker? Here. Okay, understand Artifactory understand the Git LFS. Artifactory understand Go. That means you don't need to write any scripting or as such. With the inbuilt functionality, whatever you know Maven, using that you can upload the automated way in Artifactory also. So this is the integration with the DevOps tools is available. Now here, over the period of time in a shared drive, you cannot do the role-based access management. Role-based access management, that cannot be done. That means someone is having the edit access, someone is having read access, someone is having write access. Those are the things you cannot do. And though you can do that, it's very difficult to manage that. Security is a very important concerns nowadays. So package security is very important. Package security is one of the important fundamental for the DevSecOps. So yes, package security. Also, you have to manage the integrity of the package. Integrity means let's say one package is lying in your in your laptop, and over the period of time your hard disk will die, so your package will get corrupted. But when you store the packages in Artifactory and tools like that, the integrity of the package has been always maintained. Okay, now cleanup is also very easy actually. Easy cleanup means we want to clean up the some of the files. With the help of the tools we can easily do the cleanup. Access management and user management, already I talked about it. Apart from that, you can also have a backup efficiently. Backup and archival you can have efficiently when you are using this tool. Apart from that, it's a centralized for the everyone. Okay, centralized for everyone. It's a web-based utility, so it's very easy to access by everyone, no matter how many products you have, how many teams you have. So it can be one artifact who can serve you the purpose for multiple team, multiple department, multiple projects, and all stuff like that, right? So there are so many reasons for that. There are so many reasons are available. So we opt for the repo management platform for managing the packages and different kind of packages at Artifactory compared to shared drive or FTP or something like that. Okay, so is that clear for all of you? Is that clear for all of you?
Yes, more or less.
Yeah. Now let's say if you don't like Artifactory, then what you wants to go for it. So we have a Nexus from the Sonatype, or in we have a one open source tool also, Archiva. Okay, so Apache Archive. So these are the tools which we have. But apart from that, we have so many other tools also. This actually Nexus, Artifactory, Archive, these are the support is wide actually. But for other tools, let's say if you are only on a .NET, you can go for the NuGet. If you are again .NET Chocolatey, you can use it, Chocolatey. So yeah, so in the case of private repository management, private hosted repository management, these three are vendor. I mean, these three are leading product. One is Artifactory, one is Nexus from Sonatype, one is Archiva. Apart from that, rest of the things again depends on the some huge cases, like some technology, some language barriers are there, some platform barriers are there. For example, Yum is also repository management, but it is only working with the CentOS. Let's say Google Play Store is also repository management, but it is only for the it is only for the play Android applications. If you want to store some other applications, it will not store. So like that. But these are the repository management for the packages which support wide range of format and type. Is that clear for all of you?
Uh, can I ask one question? In the starting, you said that there is a differentiation between Artifactory as well as GitHub. So can you differentiate that where we use GitHub and why we can't use GitHub in storing the packages?
Yeah. So here, when you say GitHub, then primarily GitHub is a repository management system for Git repo. Okay, here you have only Git repo, no other repo. Where you have Artifactory, you can have a Yum repo here, you can have a PT repo here, any packages. Basically, in short, here this is for the code, and here it is for the binary. Okay, so
Okay.
the algorithm which get applied for the storing the code is different, and binary there's no algorithm as such. So like a flat two copy. Let's say if you store the one file two times, then here
Mhm.
it will be still the object will be different, and you can compare. Here you have to store the in binary. You have to store the two binaries.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
All together, and then you can download separately. So board individuality will be maintained here. Here it's not in that. In this Git repo, that is not the case. So
Okay.
only the changes will be stored in the repo in form of object. So here you have a OPT repo, Maven repo, Docker repo, anything which I showed you here, right? Here,
Yeah.
all these things. Okay,
Perfect.
so
Cool.
that. So now next question is, okay, what is Artifactory at a high level, and what are the kind of packages you can store here? Now, why we need it, we discuss at a high level here. No much discussion required because just it's a waste of time. And then what are the tools we discuss and some of the differentiate. Now, next question is like how to install it. How to install it. Now, guys, one thing is like, because you know that some of the basics things, the moment we say in Java, so one thing we got to know, like Artifactory we can install anywhere in Java. If it is developed in Java, then it is a Mac also, it can be installed. Windows also you can install. Linux also you can install. That's the one thing. And second thing we got to know, you need a JRE or Java for that. Where is this is the basic understanding. Any application which is installed in the which is developed in Java. Now, but nowadays you can get up and running the software within a few seconds with the help of Docker container. So just if you want to go and run this Docker run, and then JFrog will be there, JFrog image location. Just a second. I'm not giving you right path actually. Just I'm giving you idea. JFrog and Artifactory, let's say some version whatever it is, and maybe you want to expose that some to some port. So internally it is running on 8080. So here hyphen p 8080. I'm not teaching you Docker, but uh, this is the kind of command which will help you to run the container immediately, and you can access it 8080. That's within a second you can get it, but I'll show you now manually. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let me share with you one of the reference. In future, if you want to install through Artifactory through Docker, then you can try these commands, will definitely help you. So here Docker here, look at here. So set up Artifactory Pro professional version 6.1.0 using the Docker container. So if you want to set up using Docker, images you will find on the hub.docker.com also, but they have one dedicated website also, and that website is bintray.io. So from there also you can download the image. This is the image name which basically you have to do. -d for daemon mode, P for port, and sorry, there is a one mistake. It's a 8081 is a port, not 8080. Okay, so 8081 is a default port, and these are the commands you can run. So you can try in the Docker, but right now I'll show you how to install Artifactory manually in a Linux. So now let's get started. So here I have one VMs already. This VMs I'm going to use it. So let's go to the download and bash. Okay, so I have a VM on AWS already. I have configured it. So here ssh-i workstation and Ubuntu at the rate of this IP address. I've just logged in it. You can use the ppk also, that's not a problem, and sudo -s. Now guys, here I need a package. So package of Artifactory. So you can go and download their package from their website, but that is like a time consuming stuff. So if you uh, download Artifactory, you have to register one website and follow the steps, and ultimately you'll be able to download. That's not a difficult thing. But I have downloaded in the past, so I must be having direct URL for it. So I'm using directly. So you see here, just get started, follow this guide here, and get to that package. Okay, but I'm going to use last session we had it, so that address immediately will get it instead of searching on their websites and all. So you know the where to get the nodes already. So old URL will help me to get the Artifactory package easily. So here, all these nodes of mine, you can find it here only. And this is the Artifactory. Let's say last one, August, December. Okay. And now package is somewhere. Where is that package? I'm looking for the package. I can't locate it here. Maybe in here. So yeah, I'm going to use this package. I'll share with you all these commands. That's not a problem. So wget, I am installing it. Wget, sorry, it's a apt-get, right? It's Ubuntu. So install wget. I think it's already there in this machine, so I know that, and it's already there. So now I'm going to download this package. Okay, this is the package. Opt, go to opt and paste this command, and you see here. Okay, so command not found, that's okay. So this URL has changed actually. So I think unfortunately time saving tactics is not going to work. Okay, so no problem. So let's go and get it. So here I'm going to get for Linux. Okay, here you have a Debian package, here you have a Linux package, here RPM package, Helm package, Compose package, Docker package, Windows package, Mac package, OpenShift package. I'm going to click for the download for Linux. Okay, so let it come. Okay, you see here one package is being downloaded. I typically play a tricks, so here I'll just copy this whole URL, and I hope you are getting me. Okay.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Look at, paste this. This is the, oh, what is happening? I just did this. I should copy this, wget, paste it. Unfortunately, it's not able to, they have changed the logic, it seems. No problem. So I don't want to trust this other versions, and user guide, I click on it. I'm just trying to check that other stuff, because that command somehow earlier it worked for me, this practice, but it's not working. But no problem. I'm just checking if you have a command given or not. It's taking time. If you want to run the Docker one, we can get it up and running within a few seconds, but this is taking time. Shall we go ahead with the Docker itself? What do you think? guys?
Would you be showing this one after Docker?
Yeah, that's not difficult things actually. What doing? Wget this tar file. Okay, after that, extract this tar file. Um, extract this tar file. After that, get into the bin directory and then start Artifactory. That's all. Nothing else need to be done. So these are the 4 steps. I'll show you this here. See here. Get into this. See here, bin, running this file. That's all. So Java should be installed. So Java is already there in this. And this is a Java. Java is not there, so I can install Java. So for that, Java install. So Java 8, you can go for it. So it's Ubuntu, right? So apt, this one. So I'm installing Java right now. Yes, it's taking time actually. Okay, so let's do one thing. I got the alternative they have given. I did not notice. Let's try this one. Okay. Okay, so this command also will work for you. So what I'm going to do, okay, Java, let it get installed. I think we'll get it done. So this is a Debian installation. That will work for you, but I wanted to show you manually. Manually means same thing. This one. Many ways you can get installed is here. You have a Windows exe file, you get it. Next, 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 next. And RPM file here, Mac file here, Helm package here. Okay, so let's go with the Debian. So I'm going to run this command. It will be faster. In AWS, it's faster. If I do everything in my desktop, it will be very slow. So installation should be done by now of Java. Okay, so Java installation is done. You see that. Now I'll go for the Derby one, a Debian one. So for this, you have to run this command. Done. And here, just a second. To make this, this is the package name. And here you have to change this name. Genile. Clear the screen. Done. And finally install this. This is a repo based installations designed for Ubuntu, but manual will be much easier. Just extract, run it. Okay, so here I'm just validating. It got some error actually. Yes. So this is getting installed. And meanwhile, my package almost got installed. So I have to upload this. That's a headache. So there's a SCP command, you can use it. So let's see whichever got completed earlier. I'll continue that. These are the pins we have. So we enjoyed the Docker. That's the important one. Okay, so package is also installed. I can do SAP also. So let's do one thing. Parallel URL, let me open up. So
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.